Don't leave me, don't leave me, baby. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
What do you want to tell the two candidates today?
I want to plead the two candidates to bring the Nigerian children together, even the ones that don't have father, that have lost the father or the mother, to do one festa, even if it's one festa, to remember them.
Hi, I'm here with Ms. Ehato Osadloria. Can you please tell us about yourself?
Thank you. My name is Miss Ehato Osagloria. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a Benin girl, to be precise. Um, I'm an actress for a profession. I'm also a singer. Yeah. Although born and brought up in Benin City, but I've been here in Brazil for a year plus now.
Oh, okay. Since we are having the elections about the president, the new president that they are going to elect today, what do you expect from the new president?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. I'm expecting the best from the president to be. Which of the ones that will win the trophy today? I'm really expecting the best. You know, we are humans, so we don't need 100% for him to do everything for us, you understand? But at least 75% is okay. We need him to elevate the Nigerians here in Brazil, to make the Nigerians proud. You know, the Nigerians are suffering here. With the president of the Nigeria community, I hope Nigeria people that are coming here will see Brazil as a better place.
Good day, say my name is Tembi. Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Prince Chidi Ohanwe, and I'm the campaign coordinator, the director of campaign of Captain Alex Theophilus.
Oh, okay. And what do you expect from the president that is going to be elected today?
You see, since we have been having elections, electing presidents, things have not been going well with Nigerians here. And quite believe that this very particular election will bring a very serious change to the Nigerians living here in Brazil. And that is what we expect from today's election.
Okay, but do you expect more from the new president that is going to be elected?
Yes, of course, because the past presidents, no legacy was left behind. So we expect that the new president now will turn things around so that Nigerians will be all over Brazil, will be affected by the new leadership that will emerge today.
Hi, good day. My name is Tembi. Can you please introduce yourself, ma'am?
Hello, good day to you too. My name is Phyllis Vitus Chidimanjoko, popularly known as Gina in Sao Paulo. Thank you.
Miss Gina, can you please tell us what do you expect from the president that is going to be elected today?
Well, I thank God. The long awaiting day, that is the election day for the presidency of Nigerian community in Brazil, is here today. And I'm very happy to be one of the participants. And as we have come here today, the environment is cool and the people are ready. I've already voted. You can see I'm printed already. And very soon the result will be out. And I expect the winning party to coordinate the whole Nigerian as one. They told us about integration. So we are expecting that the elected president will integrate all Nigerians at one. We have to move one, as brothers and sisters. We have to be our brother's keeper. We have to do all it takes to elevate this great nation, Nigeria, to what it takes to be known and recognized in the whole wide world.
Okay. So tell me something. What message that do you want to give the men and the women that are living in Sao Paulo that are willing to know more about Nigeria?
Well, my advice to the men in Nigeria is that they should come out, as this election is aimed at establishing a very strong community that will carry all and sundry along. My advice is that my brothers and sisters should come out in full force and participate in building this community. And the women, you don't see much of them here. Days are gone when the place of a woman is limited to the kitchen. Now we have to come out and speak for ourselves. You can see I'm here. So I will ask every other woman to come out in full force and identify with this community. And when you participate, you can be able to say what you need, what you want. And then when what you need is communicated, the people will now recognize it, and then you get it. You can't stay at your home and get what you want. So I encourage my fellow women to come out and participate. That is the only way we can be recognized.
Hi, good day, sir. My name is Tembi. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Moses. I've been here for about 10 years now. So right now I give classes. I'm an English teacher. So that's what I do.
Can you please tell us about how do you feel about this election?
Well, so far so good. I'm really impressed. Everything organized as of this moment I'm talking. Nobody knows what could happen, but I'm really impressed. I voted. They checked my passport, and they have the list. So it corresponded with what they have, and eventually I'm really happy. I'm glad.
Okay. And what do you expect from the new president that is coming?
Well, no doubt, I expect him to really bring Nigerians together.
Okay.
This is exactly what we want. We've been disorganized for quite some time now. So I guess he has a very big task to do, which is bringing Nigerians together. And there has been complaint from Nigerians that we bring goods, from Africa, and in most cases they don't allow it to come in. So this is something he has to look into. And also the area of language. We speak English in our country, but here it's Portuguese, so we have language barrier. So there's need for the coming president to organize language courses for Nigerians here, so that they'll be able to look for jobs.
Hi, good day, sir. My name is Tembi. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is James Uchechukwu.
Okay, Mr. James, can you please tell us what do you expect from the new president that is coming?
I didn't expect anything. I expect anybody to win. Understand? But I can say everything is going well.
But are you satisfied about what is happening right now?
Everywhere is cool. I can say everything is moving well.
All right.
So I'm happy about it.
Hi, good day. My name is Tembi Malepe from the Afribraz. I'm here today for the elections of Nigerian. I'm here with the presidential candidate, Mr. Oluwa Tony. I would like to ask him some questions. Hi, Mr. Oluwa.
You are welcome, Mrs. Tembi.
Okay, Mr. Oluwa, I know that the tension is too high. And how are you feeling?
Well, I think this type of election is an exercise of democracy. Really, I am not so anxious about that because we are convinced of our victory.
Okay. Yeah. And tell us your story. Tell us about yourself, your professional or your personal life.
Well, my history is very, very long, but I will try to make a very short summary of my history. First of all, I would like to correct the impression. My title is doctor. I'm a medical doctor by profession, and psychiatrist by specialization, with other 6 specializations in medicine. Okay? I came to Brazil some 33 years ago So I studied here at Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte, where I graduated some 24 years ago. So I came to São Paulo by virtue of my family living in São Paulo, my wife and my children. So all along my life here in Brazil, I've been trying everything possible to help my fellow Nigerians. Okay, so right now I'm a government worker and a private practitioner. So I don't know whether you want to know more about me.
Yes, I still want to know more about you. What really motivates you to contest in this position?
Well, my real motivation arises from the phrase of Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher. He says this: if the good ones refuse themselves to participate in politics, then we run the risk of being governed by the bad ones. So all along my history in this country, I've been doing the best, and I can see that our community is not moving forward. So I think I can come in to deliver my wealth of experience to my people and try to reorganize them again. First thing first, in the modern world, if you don't have database of your people or your problems, you cannot just resolve anything. So from the first week of our inception in office, we are going to create database for Nigerians, not only in São Paulo, because the community belongs to all Brazil. So we are going to create this database. Then we try to study the problem that's really affecting our people. So knowing these problems, then we know how to organize our priority. But the first thing is to organize the database of our people.
Hi, my name is Tembi. I'm here today at Boulevard Hotel, where one of the presidential candidates, the captain, Mr. Alex Theophilus Okafo. I want to ask him some few questions. As we know that the tension is too high, we would like to know how are you feeling?
Well, it's normal when you are a competitor or you are in a competition. You know, it's like you're bubbling, but it's a good bubble, And there's no big tension about it. One thing is you have to be confident about yourself and what you're going to do for the community. So I'm honored, to be here. And I do believe that victory is the answer and the rest follow.
And then tell us about your story, about your professional.
I was born in a city called Port Harcourt in Nigeria. I grew up there. I went to the primary school. Then later I went to the high school. Then I went to the University of Port Harcourt, where I graduated in laboratory sciences. And after that, I came to Brazil. When I came to Brazil, I started as an English teacher. But I had a dream, since I was a child, I wanted to be a pilot. Yeah, although my parents didn't let me at that time, they wanted me to go to the normal school, get graduated. So when I came to this country, I do remember about my childhood dream. So I started going to the aviation school. And by the special grace of God, I graduated from the aviation school. Today, I am a captain, I'm a pilot. And I make my living as a pilot in this country. I have a boy here, he's about 20 years old. He's at the university, FMU here, studying law. And I have a brother living here too. His name is George, and that is about me. The opportunities of getting a job, the opportunities of going to school, the opportunities of doing what I wanted to do legally was so difficult. I passed through a very difficult time, really hard. It was out of persistence, being patient, and being focused on what you want to be. So I know a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Africans got to be orientated, should be shown the right way. I do believe that most of them don't know. So I'm using myself as a kind of being emulation to other Nigerians, that what if I could do it, they can do it even better than I.
Mr. Captain Alex, if you win, what are your priorities? And how do you expect the outcome in the middle of your tenure?
Yes, one thing about people and life is dignity. And when we talk about dignity, we talk about how you can take care of yourself. You can feed yourself, you can feed your family, you can feed the people and the people around you. So that means to be dignified means you must have a job. When you have a job and you can cater for these people and yourself, you are happy. So I want everybody, all Nigerians, to get a job, to cater for themselves and their family. And this is my first priority. And immediately I assume the responsibility of being the president, I am going to do that and be sure that before my tenure of office, everybody has gotten a job in this country and be happy.
Want to know who can vote, who's not supposed to vote today.
Okay. Any person that is Nigerian with Nigerian nationality that is registered with us will vote, and he will come with his documents.
Hi, my name is Tembi Malepe from the Afribraz. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Brian Benson Odiogu. I'm a filmmaker based in South Africa, but I'm here in Brazil for a feature film shoot.
Okay, so like today, we're having elections about a Nigeria president. So what are you saying about it?
I think for the first time, I was here, let's say, 10 years ago when they conducted election. But from what I see today, I can say that it's well organized, and I trust the source of the election. And there's incidents going up there. Maybe some people registered without their full name on their documents. So that has been an issue. And I hope that the electoral committee chairman will identify and try to sort it out so that everybody can vote, because our vote counts. So far, it's going well.
Yes. I think that is the best, if they can fix that problem for now, so that everybody can vote.
It is.
Yes.
Each and every person vote counts.
Yes.
Try to sort it out.
Okay.
60% of the population of Nigerians here are having this, the same issue. So it needs to be sorted out.
Okay. All right. So what do you expect from the new president that is going to be elected today?
Well, I expect to have a president that cares for the people, not for himself. A president with interests of the people and share common ideas with the people. And we want a president that will break boundaries in Brazil, because we have so many incidents here in Brazil whereby if anything happened to any Nigerian citizen here in Sao Paulo or elsewhere around Brazil, nobody comes out, nobody gives a damn. So all the previous presidents we've had, they were not able to achieve such goal. So right now, it's going to be a big tax. As long as I'm here, I'm going to make sure that we push to the president to make sure that all these things are being actualized. Yeah.
So what is your message to the Nigerian women, Nigerian men that are in Sao Paulo?
Oh, that's nice. My message is, things is about to change. Because I read one of the texts on the posters of one of the contestants,
Okay.
and I said it's time for change.
Right.
So I expect big hope and change for our women and our children in this country.
Okay.
At least with the new presidents, I believe that there must be a push to carry them along, because we have a lot of them in this country that are widow. We have a lot of them in this country that are not doing anything, that rely on people for help. So if the president can have that ability to help, understand, communicating with Nigerian government and both our embassy to see how we can actually participate to help these women and their children in this country. And for our guys, I believe they're okay.
Good day, sir. My name is Tembi from the Afribraz. We're seeing a lot of Nigerians here, and some of them, they are not allowed to vote. What is the problem?
As a matter of fact, we had a comprehensive voters list. It took almost 3 months for us to compile this list. And one of the rules and regulations of the voting process is if you don't have your name on the list, you can't vote. So that has been explained to the regional leaders. The Consul General is also aware of these rules. So it's unfortunate. If you don't have your names on the registry, it is difficult for us to give an account. And so those who don't have their names will not be allowed to vote.
Hi, good day, sir. My name is Tembi from the Afribraz. Can you please introduce yourself?
I am at Otumba Adekunle Aderomu. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian citizen.
Okay, can you please tell us about yourself?
I am Otumba Adekunle, just as I've told you. I'm the president of African Cultural Center here in Brazil, and the center has been going on since 10 years ago, doing a lot of activity here in Brazil, showcase our culture. Like what I can say, I'm a cultural ambassador here in Brazil, an entrepreneur on social activities, that we are here today to cast our vote as a citizen of Nigeria, and we hope all of you will be doing the same thing just to make our great nation better.
And what do you think about these elections?
The election, like just I said, is very, very important so that we will be able to know who is capable of leading our community here in São Paulo, that really needs a leader, a good leader, so that we will be well organized, so that we'll be able to encounter a lot of problems that we are facing here in Brazil.
And what is your message upon the men and the women of Nigerians that are living in São Paulo?
The message is that let us put ourselves together, that in unity we can move forward. In unity we can have the progress, and in unity we can break any obstacle in our way. Let us unite ourselves together. Let's put ourselves together so that we can forge ahead and be that quality citizen that the whole world look at us. Don't let us look back. Let us look ahead for us to be able to achieve that goal, the aim of being a black man, one of the most populated black nation in the whole world. That is Nigeria. Up Nigeria.
As the elections are taking place, we want to hear your views, and how do you guys feel about the elections?
Actually, we're very impressed. Things are rather running very smoothly. As I think it's far above expectation. You know, the turnout is very impressive. We're very impressive. I sincerely haven't seen this number of Nigerians, you know, in a place at the same time. So we're very happy. So I think the outcome is going to be very good. Whoever wins, we are very good candidates, highly qualified. And I think this time the community is going to be very well represented.
Okay, because here inside there are people that are not allowed to vote. So what is the problem and what is the cause?
Yeah, I think it was some kind of logistic problem which has been taken care of. Most of the Nigerians here were not registered, you know, for one logistic problem or the other. But it has been taken care of now. I think they've made a provisionary list, and everybody who has a Nigerian document is going to be registered in this temporary list and will effectively vote. So nobody is going to be defranchised from his electoral rights. All Nigerians with a valid document will be allowed to vote.
Okay, what is your question about, or what do you want to say to Nigerian women and Nigerian men that are here in Sao Paulo? What is your message to them?
My message is very simple. United we stand, divided we fall. If we can work collectively as a body, I think we're going to be able to, you know, bring up, you know, form a very formidable and solid, you know, Nigerian community for the good of all and sundry, you know, for the young ones who have just come, for the older people who have been here for quite some time. So I think this unity is what we need, you know, to really bind or to really build a strong, you know, and very effective community.
As the elections are taking place, how do you feel about the elections?
I would say it's not well organized, because they could have had the list of all the people in this state and compiled the whole list before the election. Problem we're having always, there's no election.
Oh, okay. Then as the elections are taking place, how do you feel about the two candidates, President?
No, the two candidates are okay. The problem is organization. Yeah, the problem is to organize the election. Because we organized the NIDO election, and the council cancelled it without any reason. And this is the one they're organizing, and there's no headway. Yeah.
And what do you expect from the new president that is going to be elected today?
I don't think there will be any president elected today because there's no election. There's no election, so there will not be any new president because it's not well organized. We don't know who is voting, who is not voting. So I think they have to go back and sit down and draw up the timetable and do the proper election.
As the elections taking place today, how do you feel about it?
Well, I feel that the election isn't going free and fair because there are many people complaining that they registered their name, but in the final list they couldn't find their names there. So this is why we have this kind of commotion here. Some people are, and especially there are some Yoruba tribes that nobody complained. All their names were in the list, but especially the Igbos, their names were not on the list.
Okay. And then what do you expect from the elected president that is going to be elected today?
This election, I think, has just been cancelled, if I'm not wrong, because of the fact that many people were dissatisfied with the fact that they couldn't vote. So based on this, the election is not holding on anymore.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, I'm fine. My name is Mustafa. I'm a student of law in Brazil. I live in Brazil. Our election today is just for us to elect who is representing Nigeria in Brazil. Why? In Brazil here we have a lot of opportunity to study. So we need somebody that will represent us to go to the university, to build a good relationship. Because the way they look Nigerian man, that we are not ready to study. But most of us come to Brazil to study because of the opportunity. The government gives the opportunity for us to study. Como as we are foreigners, it gives the opportunity. If you want to work, it gives the opportunity. So we are electing our representatives today, which will go to all the university. This is Nigerian community. We are here to study, we are here to work because of the opportunity. That's why we are here today. Unfortunately, the election cannot be going on today. They will cancel the election because of some little problem we have. But I believe more ahead, Nigeria will study what the problem today, that will not happen again.
Okay, but how do you feel about the elections of today?
The election today is well organized. The INEC people, they do a lot of work to get to where we get today. But unfortunately, we have some people making trouble up and down because you can't do election without your document. They are not with document. Because of that, they can't vote. Because you have to show who are you, not because I'm from Nigeria. You can't just talk that everybody believes you. So they don't want to understand. That is why the election cancelled. They cancelled the election because of that. But INEC people, you are well done for the work you did. They do a perfect work. I believe the next election, everybody will learn for the problem we have today. Like key is to know that is not happening again.
And what do you expect from the new president that is coming up?
There is a debate that goes on last week. It's very fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't have the opportunity to be there. But everybody see who they want for the president. Once Nigeria saw who they want to choose, everybody is okay. What we expect for the president? Immediately you are there. Please go to all the university to represent Nigeria, because there are some certain problems. In my university, what I feel, you are Nigerian man, you can't study here. A little problem, I have to go to the court to resolve this problem. So what we want the president, when you are there, you go to the university, represent Nigeria in all universities we have in Brazil. All the school, technology school, everybody is here to study and work because of the opportunity we have in Brazil.
Sir, we have heard that the election has been cancelled. What is the cause or what is the problem?
Well, in everything that we are doing, if we need a change, it should be fair and just. Because how can you come to election? Citizens of Nigeria come to an election, spend their time, left their family. Some came with their family to come and vote, and they cannot find their names. What does this mean? Is this a community? No. These are things that we have to change. This election cannot go on. There should be a fresh election, and the electoral committee has to be disqualified because they are not competent at all to hold this business.
So how do you guys going to solve this?
Yeah, a new electoral committee will be set up. We have to talk with the embassy or to the consulate. Something has to be done. We want a new electoral committee, and everything has to be reorganized in a fair and clean and transparent way so that all Nigerians can enjoy whatever vote that they have casted.
But now, because everybody's here, Nigerians are here with their wives, with their kids, what are you guys telling them?
I have to say I'm sorry. This is not the Nigeria that we want. This is not the Nigeria that we want. That's why I'm saying that I'm coming for a change. These things will never happen. Never. Because it's a disgrace and a disrespect to the Nigerian citizenry.
As the elections were taking place today, how did you see the elections today?
Nigerians are lacking organization. There's no election taking place here, and it's surprising to see Nigerians, even away from home, not being organized. We need to go back to the roots. We need to go back to the basis. If it happened back home and it's happening here, that means Nigerians have a problem. You know, there were rules that were laid down for the election. People have to register before the election date. And if you are not registered on the election date, you will not vote. So it took 2 months for people to get registered, and nobody came out to register. Now, the election day, people are coming out and saying they are Nigerians. Of course you are Nigerians, but you did not follow the regulations and the rules that were given. You know? So it's a problem. Everywhere Nigerians are making things not happen in the world. It's terrible. Everybody came out today, and it's a shock that nobody's voting. Nobody's voting again. So I don't think people are going to come out next time. If people are allowed to come out, they won't come out to vote again. Because Nigerians should learn from the Western world, learn from people, you know, in America, learn from people in the UK. voting is a peaceful thing. It's not a thing to fight. It's not a do or die affair, you know. And it shows our character in this nation and everywhere we go to. Nigerians should take lessons from all over the world and be the people that we are. We are a loving people. We are a caring people. We are a peaceful people. When it comes to election, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So there's no voting today. I don't think there will ever be a voting any longer.
But you personally say, how do you feel about it?
I'm disappointed. I'm ashamed, and it's what we see every time Nigeria is called. This is what you see happens all over the world. It's terrible. We are frustrated when we won't do anything. I'm disappointed totally.
As the elections, they didn't take place, what was the problem and what was the cause?
Okay, good afternoon. From my own observation, I think the election did not take place because there were names that were omitted from the list of people that were supposed to vote today, and their names, they did not find their names. So the names were high, things were out of control. So the best thing we thought that was going to solve the problem was to postpone it for another day so that it will be properly, organized.
So how do you feel about the people that left their houses, families that left their houses and come for the votes?
I appeal to them for their sacrifices to come here today, for leaving their businesses and various homes far from this place to come to today, and it was a failure. Me personally, I felt so bad about it, but that was the only concept we thought that it was going to be fine for everybody. For fairness, it was better for the election to be cancelled, to hold another day. That's what we think.
But how do you feel personally? How do you feel?
Sincerely, I feel shattered. I feel disappointed because they had a lot of opportunities to have organized this thing better, but they didn't. The other way, the last election that the Nigerian community did was we voted. The only thing that's supposed to make you vote as a person, as a Nigerian, is your ID, your passport that shows that you're a Nigerian. That will make you eligible. So now they are saying that with the list, if your name is not on the list, that you're not going to vote, which is not going to work out because it's not everybody has his name on the list. And that's a Nigerian. I feel everybody has the right to vote. That's the problem. I feel so bad about it, but the best way things will work out is for the election to be cancelled and be rescheduled for another day.
I just want to know what happened. What was the problem about the election not taking place?
Well, the election have been taking place and people were coming in, doing their accreditation and voting. But there are so many Nigerians that did not register for the election that came in and disrupted the election. So we have to postpone the election because of this.
Okay, now, how do you feel about the families with their kids and their husbands left their homes, come for the votes, and they didn't vote?
I felt embarrassed that most of our brothers can behave in such a manner. We thought it would be a family environment where everybody can come in with their children, have their votes, and leave the premises. But we saw the contrary to this, and to me, it's a real shame that this can happen among us.
You personally, what are you telling them?
Well, I think we need to check the way we live, our way of life. This is not the right way to behave. It is a shame to us, a shame to the community as a whole. That's my opinion about it.
What is the cause and what is the problem?
What the most problem I can say is one, impatience, and secondly, lack of arrangement by the so-called themselves regional leaders. Because when you register people with maybe just nickname that you understand? After these registrations, you submit it to us. We are going to work on the list you gave to us. We compile the list only. Now when you get here this morning, we ask everybody, please, you have to identify yourself before you can vote. Now, the so-called person will bring another ID. Then you say, okay, they give them paper. This is your name here. So that everybody knows me to be Shike. But the name on your ID doesn't even be Shike. How do you want us to accept you? So some people, after getting this money, and they compile fresh names down. When you submitted maybe 20 names, you accompany it with the value of 50 years per head. That's the arrangement. Now that means you have like 10 years from me, for example. Now, at the end of the day, now we are seeing 40-something names. 40 names, is that 10 years? So it's beyond the names they submitted. But I believe people intentionally did this thing in order to make sure that they frustrate the efforts of people who have been doing for more than 4 or 5 months. We've been having sleepless time with painless amount. But we believe this is our country. This is the contribution and what we can do to make things work hard. But because of those some selfish people, they had the intention. They've said they will not allow this thing to happen, and they've succeeded. So.
Oh, okay. So what are you saying to the family members that came out for the votes today?
Well, there's nothing we can say than for them to at least to bear with us. It's part of those things. They love their country. They still have to make more efforts for the at least progress. But what I believe is, if they still continue in this manner, there's no way they can have a successful election.
And can you please tell us, how do you feel about the whole thing?
Well, we are all in a mess. That's just it. We are all in a mess. Because none of us is below 20 years here. We are all matured. We left our country with families getting here, then we cannot behave, cannot meet up number 6. Understand? That is just the problem. So that is just the problem, nothing else. So for those people that left their home, left their family, we're really sorry for them, and then we appreciate their understanding. And then we believe maybe if God wants it, in another time they should still give them the opportunity, because at least Nigeria is above everybody.
Don't think about your neck, brothers. Don't think about your neck.
As the elections that didn't take place again, what happened and what went wrong?
Well, quite a few things went wrong. A question of organization and a question of indiscipline, if I may say. Because the electoral committee very much worked hard at obtaining results. But unfortunately, there were a few blokes who came in here to create confusion. And that's very regrettable, but you should expect things like that for a community that's still toddling.
So what are you expecting something good for next time?
Of course, we'll have to do some more of paperwork. Question of registration was not very well conducted, but this time we'll channel it through the diplomatic mission here. We have a consulate here where every Nigerian will be bound to go and register, and if possibly obtain an embassy ID card which will enable them to vote wherever the election is going to be held.
I want to ask you a question. Like today, the elections didn't take place. What was the problem, or what happened?
Actually, it is a problem of disenfranchisement. It's about disenfranchisement. And we have discussed this before. On my position as the vice president of Captain Alex Okafor is that we should be very careful about this registration thing. You know what I mean? And the reason is very simple. It is very easy for anybody to come up and say they have their name there or not there. So what I was advocating from the very beginning is that anybody who is a Nigerian can just come in, produce their passport or any other identification that can convince the panel that they are Nigerians, and then they can vote. Because what we are talking about is a Nigerian community. A Nigerian community will be incomplete if any one person is disenfranchised. I voted today, and I want to see a situation where every Nigerian can vote. As long as every Nigerian votes, the election is free and fair and also credible. But in a situation where any one Nigerian does not vote, that election cannot be seemed or termed to be credible, free and fair. This is my personal position. So, but like it is right now, the election, to my knowledge, has been cancelled, and we are looking forward to the next election. And I think there's so much to learn from what happened today. And I think if this particular panel that conducted this election has the opportunity to conduct the next election, they will want to do away with this business of registration. Because people arrive from every part of Brazil today to contest this election. And how do you explain to somebody who lives outside Sao Paulo that he cannot vote? And you want to tell him the person who's going to become the next president, or myself, who may become the next vice president is his vice president or her vice president. It doesn't make sense. So I believe if we are going to have a credible, free, and fair Nigerian community election, what we need to do is to create an avenue for every Nigerian living in Brazil to have the opportunity to vote. And I think that will happen if we do away with this accreditation thing. And then the identification should not be so placed on this passport thing, because we are well aware that there are very many ways and means by which you can lose your passport or not have your passport with you at any particular time. If you go into any other country from here, you have to deposit your passport with the embassies. For instance, India, wherever you're going, and you leave your passport with them 15 days to 30 days. So if the election is coming and you don't have your passport with you, what do? So you cannot be told not to vote because you submitted your passport to an embassy. You understand where I'm coming from? And then some other people are coming from jail. People coming from jail don't normally have their passports. You know what I mean? So there are so many ways that you may not have your passport. But if you can prove that you are a Nigerian and you are here live, you should have the right to vote. This is my position. It may conflict with many other people's decision or position, but that is my opinion.
But you personally, how do you feel about the whole thing?
Well, life is a learning process. And every time we try to make it better. And if we have not done well today, it gives us an opportunity to correct our mistakes tomorrow. So I don't have any misgivings about today's election. I will be more worried if we have an election that is not credible, if we have an election that is not free, if we have an election that is not fair, if we have an election that is not free, it's not fair, and it's not credible, and somebody comes out of that to become the president or the vice president, I will be more unhappy with that. But that the election is cancelled, it gives us an opportunity to do it better next time.
Afribraz Magazine TV, keeping you informed. I'm Tembi Malepe. Thank you.
Don't take the boat journey, brothers. Don't take the boat journey, sisters. Don't take the boat journey, brothers. Don't take the boat journey. Running away from Missouri, running away from Missouri, running away from Missouri, and you can find yourself double misery. Running away from misery, running away from misery, running away from misery, you can find yourself double misery. You don't decide to leave your misery behind.
It's done jazzy again. I'm the bunch. I'll squad like what you make a first call me. When the Coco Master fall in love. You know, say what I don't pass, God. Hey! I'm in love. Are you in love? Mama, you done make me fall in love. Fall in love, oh. Fall in love, oh. We supposed marry cause you done make me fall in love. Fall in love, oh. Fall in love, oh. My sweet potato, I wanna tell you my mind, oh.
Hello to everyone, my name is Tembe Kamalipe. We are here today at the São Paulo Clubhouse, Avenida Paulista, Brazil, in the second and the final edition of the Nigerian community election process. Today is the swearing in the president-elect of the community by the elections that took place at the 8th of last month. Actually, the vote process ended in a controversial note with eligible voters, claiming that they were disfranchised even when they met all the requirements set up by the Electoral Committee. Now, we want to get the first and the last information from the host, how the conflicting issues were concluded, if the people are satisfied with the voting process, and if they have accepted the so-called victor as a legitimate winner.
I know understand though, cause I just see well, but them say love is blind though. You see as you day, so you are the love of my life, you are the love of my life, oh. I cannot deny you. I wanna make you my wife, oh. See, I never thought.
Good evening, sir. My name is Tembi. Can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Tembi. My name is Mark Alexander.
Okay, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Do you think that Dr. Oluwatoyin can lead Nigerians to a success within these 3 years in office?
Of course, to be honest with you, I've known Doctor since I came to Brazil. And he's a wonderful man. I've been having some interactions with him. I remember when I formed the Nigerian Fans Club 2 years ago. He encouraged me, he came to me, he gave me all his numbers, said, look, I'm in support. I love everything that is good. So doctor, I believe doctor is a good person, and being a medical doctor, being educated, living in Brazil, knowing what is going on in Brazil. And he's a man that loves youth, he loves progress. I think he will do well.
Are you satisfied with the outcome of the elections?
Well, election, everywhere in the world, you must have oppositions. It's obvious that wherever there is election, there must be an opposition, and there must be a winner. That is the truth. Yeah, I'm satisfied. If not, why are we here? Well, I'm satisfied. That is why I'm here, celebrating with him.
How am I sure that you are more than satisfied?
Yeah, because somebody I know. He's somebody I know, and he will take Nigeria to where we want Nigeria to be within that 3 years. And I'm sure that he will do well. That is why I'm satisfied with him.
So with these questions, which means you are very satisfied about him?
I'm very 100% satisfied about Doctor. Doctor is a nice man.
Okay.
He's going to take us to where we're going, more especially we the entrepreneurs, we that is coming up with different ideas. I'm sure he assured us that, look, come, join us. We're going to take you to where you're going. So I am very sure that Doctor will do his best to all the youths. We are not talking about the elderly ones, the people that have been here. We are talking of the future. Youths are the future of the nation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you, Tembi.
That I'll find someone like you that would capture my heart, and there's nothing I can do. I used to brag to my friends that
Good evening, sir. Can you please introduce yourself?
By the name S to the base, I'm a guest artist in this place. I do R&B and I rap too. So I'm from Nigeria and I'm from Anambra State.
Do you think that Dr. Oluwatoyin can lead Nigerians to a success within these 3 years in office?
Yeah, sure. I think he's going to do it because he's a very good man, I think he's a very wonderful man. He's going to handle it. Just pray so. I just know that God will lead him so, That's what I do.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time.
but since I set my eyes on you, Mama, you done make me fall in love.
I am Mr. Beruk Chike Zengwa Basile, the ex-president of Nigerian community in Brazil, a business administrator. I am the current chairman of Caretaker Committee, Nigerian Professionals in Diaspora, Brazil chapter.
With the new president-elect, do you think there is a positive way ahead for Nigerians community in Brazil?
The point is that people normally don't lose hope to the performance of a newly elected president. We have a very strong hope that newly elected president of the Nigerian community in Brazil will do well because he's a hard-working man. He's a good professional. And he has always contributed to the lives of Nigerians. Even during my own tenure of office, he helped a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you think that Dr. Oluwatoyin can lead Nigerians to a success within these 3 years in office?
I strongly believe that he will be able to go a long way to recover the lapses of the last administration. By his quality of man, I strongly believe he will take Nigerian community to a higher level.
So are you sure about him? Everything about him?
Well, to a reasonable point, to a reasonable percentage. Nobody is ever 100% good. So, but for him, to a reasonable percentage.
We suppose marry cause you done make me fall in love, oh. Fall in love, fall in love, fall in love.
Good evening, sir. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Colin Selmaka, Nigerian, and I'm the scribe for Nigerian football club based here in Sao Paulo by the name Emperor's Football Club. Just a small club anyway, but still registered. And I work here as a teacher in English.
Okay, so do you think that Dr. Oluwatoyin can lead Nigerians to a success within the next 3 years in the office?
Sure, without missing words, because from his I was around during his campaign debates, and I heard some few things he said, and then tonight, without missing words, he repeated the same thing, and he even went further in telling us more. I think he's the right man for the right post.
Oh, okay. Are you satisfied with the outcome of the elections?
Sure. Like some a lot of people were complaining. Probably there were some mistakes and all that. Those things are my advice to anybody who is going to win for any election is to prepare himself for everything. If, like they said, probably the election was rigged and all that, rigging is part of the game. So when you're going in, you have to prepare yourself for this as well. Understand? So if actually the man rigged to win, it means he outpaced the opponent in all ratifications. In voting, he won. In rigging, he won. So I think he's the best man for this.
My sugar banana, as I don't get you, if I say make a hammer, me I not the way to.
Good evening, ma'am. Can you please introduce yourself?
Oh, dear Fetcher, I got brought of a bandier, dear. Oh, dear Fetcher, I got brought of a bandier, dear. Am I forte, am I forte,
My name is T-Praise, and I Yeah, that's my name. My name is Afribraz. Yeah.
Do you think that Dr. Oluwatoyin can lead Nigerians to a success within this next 3 years in the office?
I'll say yes, because everything is God's grace with the help of God. He should, he will, with the help of God.
How sure are you that he's a good president?
Like I said earlier, with the help of God, he can be the best of the best president.
Okay. And then your next question, are you satisfied with the outcome of the elections?
To me, it looks fair because everyone is happy, no grudges. It means it was a fair election, you know. Everyone is happy, so it's a good one.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, beautiful angel. I love you so much, and I've been telling a lot of people how beautiful you are.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Follow me, make we go see my mama. For better for worse, so we could get together in any kind of weather. See, I know they joke.
Nigeria to Brazil. He is here in São Paulo, all the way from the federal capital, Brazil, to witness the community president's swearing-in ceremony. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
My name is Tembe Kamalepe. I'm from the Afribraz, and thank you for coming.
Pleasure is mine.
Okay. And how long have you been in ambassador in Brazil?
I've been ambassador in Brazil for a year and a half. I arrived Brazil on the 31st of January 2014.
Oh, okay. So do you like Brazil?
Do you like Brazil? Of course I do. Who wouldn't?
You also served as a Nigerian ambassador for Paraguay and Bolivia, if it is correct.
Correct.
Probably you know a thing or two about the Nigerians in South America, and how are the Nigerians doing in this country?
I think Nigerians are doing very well. Nigerians are highly adaptable people. Anywhere in the world you find Nigerians, they are very adaptable, they are law-abiding wherever they find themselves, they are industrious, they like to, they work hard, and they are not different in South America from those elsewhere. We have a very vibrant diaspora Nigeria community around the world.
The office has started working. What do you expect from it?
The Consulate General in Sao Paulo was established April in 2014. And that has brought government administration closer to the Nigerian population in Brazil, especially in Sao Paulo. We have a large community here of Nigerians in Sao Paulo. And the clamor to have a consulate to address emerging issues affecting Nigerians here actually began with the community itself. And the reason is not far-fetched. Sao Paulo is a hub. It's a commercial hub. It's closest to the main port city in Brazil. And everywhere in the world, mega cities like Sao Paulo need routine administrative liaison. You need an office to help address consular challenges that many people will face, which is not unique to Nigeria anyway. But with the consulate set up here, services that the Nigerians would otherwise take transport at an expensive rate to Brasilia to seek services are brought closer to the people. Challenges, travel challenges and so on and so forth are made easier to manage, because you know that the biggest international airport in Brazil is in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
So it's what do I expect? It's not really what I expect. What I've seen, life is better for the Nigerians here.
Is there any provision budget for the Nigerian community, President? How is he going to find the community?
The community itself has decided they need a new leadership, and it voted for the new president to lead them in their day-to-day engagement here. I do not foresee any problem. For him, he's been doing a lot of things for the community, and that is what qualified him in the first instance to be so recognized and be voted to this exalted position. And with this platform that has been established today, we are confident on who we are going to work with to deliver service closely to our people in Brazil. So I don't foresee Dr. Oluwatoye having any problem galvanizing the Nigerian community and harnessing its resources to attain the said objective that he so well elaborated in his speech. I don't see problems for him. I think it can only be better than what it is today.
Oh, okay. As we are listening to you as an ambassador, and you know him more than us, so there's nothing that we can say. So, another question. There are lots of cases of impounding of products like cosmetics, edibles coming in from Nigeria. Are there any modalities framed out of the lighten up the limitation for the people?
Come again, a lot of what?
A lot of
a lot of cases.
Yeah, a lot of cases of impounding of products like cosmetics, edibles coming in from Nigeria.
Look, every country has its own set of rules. They have goods in their custom rules. They are guided by certain regulations. Every country has limitations of what comes into it and what they do not allow in. There may be occasional incidents of somebody unknowingly bringing in something that may not be allowed in. But if you explain that to the authorities, there's no problem. Sometimes, rather than impound goods, we explain, and oftentimes the explanation is mistaken. There is no country that does not have its own regulation, import regulation. But it's a matter of people knowing what not to take in and what to take in. We have good trade relations with Brazil. Any irritants to that, as much as possible, we try to diminish.
Then, as an ambassador, how do you let your people to know, or how do you teach them to understand what to do?
That is why this platform is important. We communicate with the leadership so that on a routine basis they understand what the Brazilians allow in and what they do not allow in. How do we get across to them? We reach them through the leadership, and that is why this is important, through the leadership of the community.
Oh, okay. Another question.
You said a very short interview and few questions.
Another issue is the stress and hardship regarding flights between Brazil and Nigeria. Travelers go through a long haul to guarantee movement between both countries. Is there any framework to facilitate flight carriage between Nigeria and Brazil?
In the past, Nigeria Airways used to come to Brazil, and Varig used to go to. Varig was going to Nigeria. Over the years, as time went on, these airlines were cut off. Discussions have been on, and we hope that hopefully we will be able to work out some modalities that will reduce the hardship travelers face between Nigeria and Brazil.
Finally, the last question. What advice will you give to the community to guarantee peace, unity, and harmony within the community?
All is well with the community. All we just simply do is to open our mind and interact like brothers and sisters. Support the new leadership and eschew quarrels. We don't need quarrels, and we have had today assurances that everybody will work together. So my advice is that everybody should support the new executive to ensure that they do what they expect them to do for electing them.
Say na true at the talk, my friends they ask me say, hey, oh boy, what is the matter?
I'm 21 years old. My father is Nigerian and my mother is Brazilian. I'm now studying publicity and advertising, and I come here tonight to see what it means to be part of Nigerian community.
Okay, sir. Do you think that Dr. Oluwatoyin can lead Nigerians to a success within the 3 years in office?
But for sure, I believe that we are living a new time, and we will be successful in everything we put in our hearts.
So, are you satisfied with the elections or the new president?
So I didn't hear a lot of things about the election because I don't have many contacts with my Nigerian future.
Okay, but are you okay with the new president that is?
Yes, his speech is amazing and inspired me. He seems like a Western man. I think he's very intelligent and he will do great things for us. He will do great things for us.
Me and they tell them say, you they make my head scatter. See, I used to lie to myself that I'd always be a player, but since I set my eyes on you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Festus Okoye, electoral chairman.
Okay, Mr. Okoye, we are here today with Mr. Okoye, the chairman of the electoral committee. We learned that many legitimate Nigerians reached all your voting requirements, but they were not registered in the list of votes, and they were alleged being disenfranchised?
No, my sister, nobody was disenfranchised. The electoral committee, when we are set up, we advertised, we asked people to come and register. Those who are interested in the election to come up and register. So those that registered were those that is interested. So at the end of the day, during the election day on the 11th day of July, a group of people came up. While their name is not in the registration list, they wanted to register, they want to vote, which will make provision for those who had been registered. We don't make provision for them. So they were insisting that they must vote. That was the problem. Nobody was disenfranchised. Yes.
So how do you think that everybody is okay about everything?
My sister, you know, there's nowhere in the world where election has been accepted by everybody. Those who lose will always complain because they lost. So it has been like that. So we expect such, but at the end of the day, everybody agreed, accepted the outcome of the election.
So, which means you are responsible for the organization of these elections. What are your expectations from all this?
Anyway, I would say I'm the chairman. Doesn't mean that I'm the overall commander of the whole thing. It's made up of a 7-man committee. So all our effort put together gave us the results we are witnessing today. So today we have seen a new president emerge with the whole Nigerians from different 3 groups background supported. So I think with what we are seeing today, it's giving us a light that good things is coming for Nigerians here in Brazil.
But as for me, I've seen good answers when I was like interviewing people, and everybody's like happy. So how sure are you that everybody's happy?
Like you said, you rightly said that those we interviewed were happy. Let's assume everybody's happy. So I think they are happy too for what they are seeing.
Mama, you done make me fall in love. Fall in love, oh, fall in love, oh. We supposed marry cause you done make me fall in love. Fall in love, oh, fall in love, oh.
We are here today again with the President, Dr. Oluwatoyin. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, and how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine with all these beautiful festivities. So really, we are very, very happy.
Okay, you are very, very happy. Okay. After the race, you are now the president of the Nigerian community of the next 3 years. What are the essentials like?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What are the sensations like?
It's a sensation of victory. Victory, not only my victory, but the victory of Nigerians, that they now have an experienced point to paddle the canoe for them. So I'm very, very happy. For one way, it is a dream for me to be able to lead my people to prosperity. I think I have the chance now to make the dream come true.
Okay, second question. What are your priorities as a new president, and what are your strategies to reach them?
The first strategy is to create a database. If I'm not mistaken, I made mention of this during the election time, because if you don't have a database, there's no way you can make any planning. So we are already, as from tomorrow, we are working on the collection of data of our people. So we know exactly the number we have, we know the problem they are facing, so we'll be able to plan better for them strategically.
Okay, what a good answer. One sore point in the community is that it seems like the Nigerian women and children are not recognized, or should we say not well represented by the Nigerian community in Brazil. What do you think, and what are your plans for them?
Well, the question, Africa as a whole, we are more paternalist. We don't give due space to the women. But in our government, living in the Western world, It's very, very bad to see a group of people moving without having their woman. I used to quarrel with my fellow Nigerians because they don't have the habit of taking their women to the restaurant at the weekend, and only few people. But we are going to educate people to change this mentality and try to draw attention of our women to the participation in defense of the community.
I'm hearing you, sir. During the campaign and debate, many things were said regarding the welfare of Nigerians here in Brazil. Do you have any plans for the Nigerians that have small-scale business here in Brazil?
Yeah, we have a lot of plans. What we have, what our people are doing, I mean, the Nigerians is a small business. They do business without technical skill, so they have problems. What we are trying to do is to bring in specialists for them, to train them, especially in terms of food. The restaurants have been visiting all these places. So our intention is to get in touch with our friends, our colleagues of profession, and nutritionists to try to give these people professional orientation, really, because they really need that.
Wow. What is your promise to all Nigerians in Brazil that will be looking upon to you in the 3 years tenure?
Well, I can't just make any promise. Even during the campaign, I didn't make any promise. You have to say what you have the possibility of doing. So maybe you watch today, I've got a lot of people, partners, Brazilian partners, to help me build up this community, creating an avenue for our people. But the first way to that is good education for our people. Once they have the education, definitely the problem will reduce automatically. And I did say in my speech also that we call a community. Today we compare to the state. If you compare the community to the state cannot be bigger than citizens. So we are not there to be giving money or giving this, but we prepare people for life and have their own autonomy.
Thank you, Mr. President. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for your time.
Arise, O camp, bright star, Nigeria's call, obey to tap our fair darling with love and strength and faith. Dole bolong our heroes best shall never be late to share with heart and mind.
Ouviram-me as margens ácidas de povo herói com brado retumbante, e o som da liberdade em raios fúlgidos brilhou no céu da pátria nesse instante. Se o penhor dessa igualdade conseguimos conquistar com braços fortes, em teu seio, ó liberdade, desafia o nosso peito à própria morte. Ó pátria amada, idolatrada, salve, salve.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are witnessing a momentous occasion. unparalleled in the history of this organization, the Nigerian community in Brazil. I knew that there were presidents before, there were elections held, but this, I can assure you, was unprecedented.
Nigerian community.
Aí veio primeiro a eleição democrática.
When we elected Chibuzo Wike.
Quando Chibutente.
And now I would say we are really evolving.
Agora nós estamos evoluindo.
With our new president, Emmanuel.
Com nosso novo presidente, Emmanuel Toyi Oluwatoyi. Yes. Doctor.
Your Excellencies.
Vossas Excelências.
Major General.
Major General. Mamad Gaba. Presidente eleito. Nossos convidados de honra.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Senhoras e senhores,
Kola Nut is a very serious tradition.
Obi é uma tradição que não se leva fácil.
In Nigeria,
na Nigéria,
especially in the southeastern part.
Especialmente no sudeste da Nigéria.
We have two types of kola nuts.
Nós temos duas espécies de cola.
I eat so much of goro without any ritual.
Tem goro que a gente come sem qualquer ritual.
And I eat only the white one.
Ele só come o branco.
Because it's a sweet cola.
Pois é cola, obi doce.
Generally in Nigeria,
geralmente na Nigéria,
wherever you come from,
não importa de onde se vem,
the kola nut that is valid for traditional ceremonies
o que é válido para as cerimônias tradicionais
is the one from the southeast.
É aquele que vem do sudeste.
We call it oji.
Nós chamamos de oji em língua ibo.
And this little seed you see here
esse pequena semente que você está vendo
has
aqui
a lot of significance.
Tem muitos
Which I will show a little part of it because of time factor.
Eu só vou mostrar uma parte dessas.
Starting with the adage that says,
através do adágio que se diz,
if you go to an occasion,
se você for num lugar,
a kola nut is presented to you.
Uma obi é oferecido a ti.
Your invitees,
seus convidados,
we have to take at least one
eles vão ter que ficar
kola back home.
Vai levar para casa.
Because most of the cases,
pois em vários casos,
some men who cheat their wives,
aqueles que se enganam suas mulheres,
will be saved from being accused.
Vão se salvar, protegido de serem acusados. O Atachi da defesa, o
Major General Garba,
Major General Mohamed Garba,
is very, very fortunate.
É muito oportuno para nós e muita sorte nós.
This is the kola nut.
Esse daí que é obi,
precious one,
precioso
from the southeast.
Desde que veio do sudeste. Política demais que vieram da Brasília.
So I will present the kola to them.
Vou apresentar o
Each of them will take one.
Cada vai pegar
For the fact that the adage says that,
pois o adágio diz,
when the kola gets home,
quando o bicho chega lá no lar,
its destination.
Ele vai revelar de onde que ele vem, a sua procedência.
Sir, please.
Obrigado, senhor. Por favor, pega de cada. E nesse momento também nós temos a honra. Temos a honra de identificar e reconhecer a chegada do doutor. That he's going to do well. Esse é o momento que ele vai nos fazer voto de responsabilidade e o momento que ele vai nos declarar que ele tem que cumprir e fazer as coisas que está diante dele.
This is the moment he's going to tell us that he's going to work efficiently with his president.
É esse momento que ele vai nos declarar e afirmar que ele vai trabalhar eficientemente com seu presidente. is now going to take the oath. Vai fazer juramento. I, Chief Adolphus Okeke.
I, Chief Adolphus Okeke.
A citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
A citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
As the Vice President of the Nigerian community in Brazil.
As the Vice President of the Nigerian community in Brazil.
On this 3rd day of August 2015.
On this 3rd day of August 2015.
Before the Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Brazil.
Before the Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Brazil.
His Excellency.
His Excellency.
Mr. Adamu.
Mr. Adamu.
Emozozo. The Honorable Consul General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in São Paulo.
The Honorable Consul of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in São Paulo.
Brazil. Mr. Muntari Kaita.
Mr. Muntari Kaita.
Other members and staff of the Nigerian diplomatic mission in Brazil.
Other members and the staff of the competent Brazilian,
federal, state, government, and civil authorities.
10 members of the Nigerian community.
And the other distinguished guests. Do sincerely and solemnly. Take an oath of office as Vice President.
Take an oath of office as Vice President.
Of the Nigerian community in Brazil. That to the best of my knowledge and ability. I will be faithful. In the discharge of my duties. Pledge my solidarity. Without fear or favor. In accordance with the Constitution of the Nigerian community in Brazil.
In accordance with the Constitution of Nigerian community in Brazil.
The laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And the laws of the
Federative Republic of Brazil. And to always protect. And maintain the good image and common interests.
And to maintain the good interest and common interest.
And to maintain the good image.
And to maintain the good image.
And common interest. Of the community. And that as Vice President of the Nigerian community
and as the Vice President of the Nigerian community
in Brazil, I will strive to preserve. The integrity. And the prosperity. Of the Nigerian community. And will in all circumstances. Do right. To all members.
Their color,
creed,
or ethnicity.
These being the fundamental objectives. For which the entity was established in Brazil. To this oath. I put my name. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor now to call on the President-elect in the name of Dr. Oluwatoyin. Please put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together.
I, Dr. Emmanuel Odunayo Toyin Oluwatoyin,
a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
as the President of the Nigerian community in Brazil, as the president of the Nigerian community in Brazil.
On this third day of
2015,
before the ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
before the ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria
in Brazil, His Excellency, Mr. Adamu
Emososo,
the Honorable Consul General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in São Paulo, Brazil, Mr. Muntari Kaita, other members and staff of the Nigerian Diplomatic Mission in Brazil, competent Brazilians, federal, state, government, civil authorities, the entire members of the Nigerian community, and other distinguished guests. Do sincerely and solemnly
take an oath of office
as the president of the Nigerian community in Brazil.
As the president of the Nigerian community in Brazil,
that to the best of my knowledge
and ability,
I will be faithful in the discharge of my duties. Pledge my solidarity without fear or favor, in accordance with the Constitution of the Nigerian community in Brazil, the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the laws of the Federative Republic of Brazil, and to fulfill my campaign promises, as always, protect the good image and common interest of the Nigerian community in Brazil. I vow as president of the Nigerian community in Brazil to preserve the integrity and prosperity of the Nigerian community in Brazil, and will in all circumstances do right to all members of the Nigerian community in Brazil, regardless of their color, creed or ethnicity. These being the fundamental objectives for which the entity was established in Brazil. To this oath, I put my name. So help me God. Please.
Now we have come to the final of the ceremony. Now we are having the new president of the Nigerian community in Sao Paulo, Dr. Oluwatoni. Thank you for watching. My name is Tembi from the Afribraz.